Okay. Hi guys, we back on Facebook, 9news.com, as advertised, hopefully. Yes, okay, I just got the alert. Hopefully you got the alert on your phone. Let's deep dive once again into this storm. I know a lot of people have been asking questions. We were just talking about it on our cut-in on 9 News about the avalanche danger, and several of the cameras up there in I-70 on I-70 are an absolute mess. Let me quickly pop this one on. So this one was just shaking so hard with the strong winds out there. Visibility, well, improving somewhat, but still just an absolute mess out there. So keep this in mind. We were also looking at a couple of our CDOT cameras because I-70 is shut down around, well, west of Golden, all the way up toward the tunnels, and then also around Officers Gulch, where they did have reports, of some avalanches up there, westbound lanes. So here we go. I'm gonna throw this in just so you guys can see traffic not all that bad heading eastbound, and the visibility doesn't look bad, but again, we were seeing reports that there was a small avalanche that actually was impacting parts of I-70, so that's why they shut it down. Officers Gulch and Frisco. Yeah, we're good? We're good. Yeah, we're live. Okay. Oh man, what a day, right? The mountains just getting hammered while we're starting to see some signs of improvement here around the metro area. This is atop the HORSETOOTH Reservoir, looking off, and you can see some blue skies, a little bit of clearing coming through, still plenty of cloud cover out there, and we still do have a chance for seeing a bit more snowfall, but really I'd say the bullseye is going to be around Denver and then areas to the south and west. If you have any questions, feel free to pop on and ask away. I will be checking that in just a bit, but I just wanted to kind of go with you through the radar and a couple of these totals. I mean, already the snow has been incredibly impressive up in the mountains. 21 inches at Loveland Pass, so you kind of see why they had to shut things down out there. You factor the heavy snowfall in with the strong winds and just wild. 16.8 in Winter Park, Parker, Genesee, 10.5, 8 for Lone Tree, and DIA reporting earlier this morning 4.5, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do see those numbers obviously go up once they report again, hopefully today around 5 o'clock. Excuse me. Here is the radar, and right now it's really interesting. We've been monitoring these stronger snow bands that come through, snow bands that just kind of set up and dump. They're like a snow machine where they can easily give us 1-2 inches an hour, and that's where we get these totals that really stack up. And right now what I'm anticipating is seeing a couple of those lining up through Jefferson County, Douglas County, and then potentially another one. We're kind of seeing it coming through in northern Colorado. Let me zoom in just a bit. I know it's light snowfall for now around Lyons and Longmont, but you can kind of see those darker blue bands just a bit further to the north, Highway 34, just outside of Estes Park. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do get that band that slides in from the northwest, tracks off to the southeast over the next about hour or two. And then again, here we are around Golden, through the Hogback, Ken Carroll, C470, Highlands Ranch, Castle Pines, Castle Rock. I know you guys have already seen so much snowfall when we're doing another one of these. People were saying, yeah, 10 inches, 11, 12 inches, a foot already. And we still could see some of these stronger bands coming through until about 7 o'clock tonight. So keep that in mind. And then you'll notice, I mean, geez, up through Idaho Springs, Georgetown, 285, Conifer, Bailey. I mean, this storm system is just locked in, and it is producing extremely heavy snow. So that's why you got to kind of understand what CDOT crews are up against. The heavy snow, the strong winds, they got to do something. And there were a bunch of accidents on I-70, so they have shut that down, again, westbound. And yeah, here we go, right? We have some stronger bands setting up further to the south. So if you are heading toward Palmer Divide, Colorado Springs, and then east in El Paso County, some pretty heavy snowfall out there. Winter storm warnings still in place. Those are going to be everywhere in red, the high country areas, even El Paso County. Interesting. So that is new. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Weather Service put that in effect because we've seen those stronger bands kind of coming right on through the east side of I-25, where they are seeing potentially 2-3 inches of snow stacking up really fast. For Denver, we still just have the advisory for the urban corridor. The wind's not bad here in the metro area, which is just really nice for us to at least have a break in that department. Temperatures have been warming up a bit in northern Colorado, low 30s in Fort Collins, Longmont, and Greeley. Similar up there toward Fort Morgan, and then a bit chillier here around Denver and to the south, Centennial and Castle Rock, teens right now in Nederland. Visibility, incredible, depending on where you live, right? All about location, location, location. Beautiful. Not bad. Fort Collins, Greeley, Longmont, even Boulder doesn't look too bad. But once you get into the city and then the foothills, that's where you're going to find some problems, just with less than a mile or so visibility. Futurecast still indicating that we could have some of these stronger bands coming through this afternoon. This takes us to about 3 o'clock when around Loveland, Longmont are seeing a bit more snow out there. 5 o'clock, light snowfall around the urban corridor, still heavy up in the mountains, and then by 8, 9 o'clock, the storm system begins to break apart just a bit. So kind of the wide shot of it all. Still the mountains dealing with it late tonight. I know a lot of people are saying, is I-70 going to open? I can't predict road openings and closures, but I do know the snow is going to be with us in full force till about midnight. And even tomorrow morning, if you're thinking about heading up there, it is still going to be snowing lightly. We'll get a brief break midday, and then here we go again late tomorrow night. Another storm system dives into the state. So we really don't get much of a break around here, but that's all right. It's winter, right? And we live for all 4 seasons. This is kind of our additional snowfall map. I kind of want to pinpoint this because in northern Colorado, I don't anticipate seeing huge numbers of accumulation. It's just if you get caught under one of those heavier snow bands where you have the opportunity to see potentially upwards of 3 inches. But again, those bands can be extremely small, only 10 miles. So, you know, from you and your neighbors, you could have completely different totals. Here around the Denver area, see those darker bands near Golden and Lakewood, right there, 6th Ave. That's where I anticipate seeing the banding later this afternoon through this evening, and that's where we could see an additional 3 to 6. But overall, here in the city, the heart of the city, I would say closer to 2 to 3 inches. Okay, I'm popping on again to the Facebook page and seeing what kind of questions you guys have for me. All right, Danielle says, keep snowing. We need it. I like your name too. Castle Rock has 2 feet. Wow, Josh, send us some photos of that. Would love to see it. Bill out there around Highlands Ranch saying 8 to 10, and it is still coming down. Yep, totally buying that. And Sarah in Littleton, let me zoom in a little bit more, just saying, yep, still snowing. So really it's going to be the southern and western side of the metro area that's looking at the heaviest snow. All right, Angela's ready for it to stop. Let's see if you guys have any questions. Still dumping in Frisco. Jean, thanks for that update. I know the mountains have been just an absolute mess out there. So keep the updates coming. Would love that. All right, yeah, if you don't meet the traction laws, stay off the roads. I believe it because it can be so messy up there. Hi from Littleton. Hi, Jen. Thanks for popping on. Hey, Lindsay. Good to see you, hear you. Janice out there in Roxborough, a good foot. That's amazing. Casey wondering how much more for Arvada. Again, you guys are potentially looking at several more inches if we get those stronger snow bands that come through. So you could see 3 inches, 4 inches, again, if that heavy snow band sets up right where you are. So again, keep that in mind. Melissa and Dylan, 2 feet of snowfall. You guys got to send us in those pictures. We want to see kind of what all of this looks like. And we thank you so much again for kind of sharing the weather story where you live. We wish we could have our eyes and ears everywhere, but we need your help. So keep the photos rolling in. Weather at 9news.com, the best spot to get a hold of all of us. So that's pretty much what we got going on right now. Kathy is here, which is very exciting, and we're going to just kind of keep nailing down the forecast and get through the snowstorm together. So again, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to holler. You know how to find me: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the things, email. And we will hop on here in about another 30 minutes to give you guys another update on the storm. So thank you so much for watching. We'll be back shortly.